Hey everybody, I'm here going to give a little bit of a life update for how things are going. It's kind of interesting. I wasn't supposed to be sitting here at this desk making this video today. I was going to be somewhere else in with different scenery, making a different update. But that's how life goes. I think we all know the joke, we make our plans and God laughs. So we always do our best with what we can see coming on our calendar, and sometimes our calendar changes. And so I think in our last video, I spent some time really plugging and promoting one of my friends, J.R. Briggs, and his new book, The Art of Asking Better Questions. And on my calendar, on my production calendar, my filming, what videos I'm going to film, I had left a spot in order for me to film my own update, because the plan was that this last week I was going to be in Maine, and I was going to be on a writing retreat for 7 days working on my third book, actually. The second book is getting ready to come out this next spring, but I was going to start working on the rough draft of my third book. I was a little bit ahead of schedule. But I thought that's good. It's better to be ahead of schedule. I know my 2026 is going to be super, super busy. And so I thought I would get ahead of schedule. And instead, what ended up happening was my father passed away the week before that. And I ended up being with family and spending some time with the memorial service and all the things that families do when that happens. So this is a little bit of my own life update. I don't share that necessarily so that you'll fill up my comments with your condolences or send me messages. And I appreciate all that. All of the notifications and the messages and the comments and the dings end up becoming quite overwhelming. That's why I don't share a lot of that stuff on social media, as it becomes hard to just manage all of that stuff. I've been surrounded by great people. My family's in a good place. And we had a good time and continue to be surrounded by good people who take care of me and take care of us. And so I'm really grateful for that. But I share that to give you a little bit of context of what the plans were. And now that's not what happened. I'm not on a writing retreat. I'm not filming a video. I'm back home. I'm getting ready to hit the road again. So here are some things that we have coming up. I'll be on the road in Texas for a lot of November. I'll be home the week of Thanksgiving, but I'm going to spend a lot of November in Texas. We're doing everything from meet and greets. There's a meet and greet in Lubbock. We're going to do a big fundraiser, kind of a private fundraiser event in the Dallas area. We've got a meet and greet in Dallas. I'll be seeing a couple BEMA groups in the area and meeting with some people there. We got a public event at Highland Park United Methodist Church. We're going to be in San Angelo, Texas, at one of my a good friend, a church has become a good friend to me. There in San Angelo, Texas, we'll spend a weekend there. Then I'm going to come up through Oklahoma City. I'm going to celebrate with the YouVersion folks at their More Than a Billion, Beyond a Billion celebration. And there's a partner event that I'm going to be at. There's no public events for that, but I will be in Oklahoma City the next day. We're going to do a public meet and greet at Mid-America Christian University. So all of that stuff is on my website. I'll put a link in the description of the video so you can find that. That's what we got coming up in November. December is going to be a lot of taking time to vacation. I'm going to do some hunting. I'll actually be back down in Texas. Don't tell anybody. Legally, I don't know why I said that. Don't tell anybody. It's a secret. I don't want anybody to come find me. But I've got some friends that let me hunt in Texas. We're going to do some of that. Going to have some holiday break time with the family. Going to go visit my mom, spend some time with them, spend some time with the in-laws, see some folks back in Idaho and Montana. And then 2026 shows up. And so the reason I was going to do this video was just to start putting on your radar You're going to start see us doing some marketing and some promotion for book number 2. I remember when I did the first book, Asking Better Questions of the Bible, I was so self-conscious of, I wanted to be very intentional about spreading the word. I didn't want to be ashamed to promote my stuff and my book. But I didn't want to be one of those annoying people where every time you turned your phone on, you had 3 notifications from me about buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. I felt, I was really satisfied with how that went last time. So hopefully we'll try to find a similar kind of groove. I don't want to be annoying, constantly throwing my book in front of you, but I will be entering a season where you can expect to hear a bunch about that. The book is called The Gospel of Being Human, How Asking Better Questions of the Bible Reveals Who We Are. You can pre-order that. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video as well, because you can pre-order that book right now. It's set to be out in April. So April of 2026 is when that book comes out. Obviously, I have my low contact trip to Israel, which is leaving in March. And then in April, the book launches, and we'll be on book tour April, May, June, July. A lot of June, we're going to be in Turkey, so I'll be with a group in Turkey. But we're going to try to go April through August book tour, and then I head to Israel with our full contact group if everything goes as planned. So that's some of our plans of what we have coming up. It's going to be a busy 2026. We got some more fundraisers we're doing as well. But anyway, I just want to do a quick video, give you a little life update of what I've been up to and what I've been dealing with, but also what we got coming, just so that for those of you that really follow my stuff closely, you'll be like, oh, okay, he's got a new book is coming. I can expect to be hearing some about that. I'm working on a 3rd book already that's already under contract. We're going to finish up the Asking Better Questions series. So I'll have to find out where I can get away and start writing on that now that I had to cancel my last writing retreat. So those things are coming. It's going to be fun. So we'll share more about that book, about the future book, as it all comes together. But yeah, I'm excited. I know some of you are going to say, what's the 3rd book about? So the first book, Asking Better Questions of the Bible, was about hermeneutics. It's about how to read the Bible better. How do we create better readings of the Bible? By asking better questions. And it's a book about hermeneutics. It's a book about how you read the Bible. The second book is a book about theology. If we read the Bible differently, that should make a difference in our theology. It should impact our theology, because our theology should come from the Bible. Not usually, I should say, we tend to get that flipped around. Christians tend to get their theology right and then read their Bible. And we read our Bible in a way that lines up with our theology. And that's backwards. We should read the Bible and form our theology. Our theology should come from a good reading of the Scripture, not find our reading of the Scripture from good theology. That's backwards. So we're trying to, the Asking Better Questions series intentionally tries to gently and humbly guide us to ask better questions, to re-examine those things. So the 3rd book, if the first book is about hermeneutics and the second book is about theology, the 3rd book is going to be about relationships, loving our neighbor, loving our enemy, loving others, because that's how it should work. Jesus said we would be known by our love. Jesus called us to love one another, to love our neighbor as ourselves, to love our enemy. Paul says all Scripture hangs on this idea. Love, the Old Testament prophets, the Hebrew prophets. 3 things he's required of you, Micah 6:8. To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly. The 3rd book is about how to become more loving people, because that's how it should work. We should read our Bible in maybe more holy, more holistic ways. We could talk about accurate hermeneutics or whatever. We want to read our Bible better. We want to form better theology so that we can become better people. That's the Asking Better Questions series. There's a stream of consciousness. Reading our Bible, forming our theology, walking in faith. So there you go. We got all kinds of fun sirens going on outside if you hear all that. There they go. But that's a little bit of our life update. And hold on, we're going to let those sirens go by. Pray for whoever's in the ambulance. That's a little life update of where we're at. Hope that you're all doing well. And even if you're not, kind of like I have not in the last few weeks, hope that you're surrounded by the right kind of people and the right kind of stuff so that even when you're not doing well, you're doing well. You know what I mean? So, okay, that's a little bit of what we're up to. Don't be offended. Don't be too annoyed. I'll try not to annoy you when I start talking about my book. But I get excited to, you work hard on those resources, you work hard on those words, and you get excited about sharing it with the world. So I've had a lot of author friends that say, don't be ashamed to promote something you worked really hard at. I have a lot of artist friends that say it's really hard to pour your life into creating something, some piece of art, and then it's this awkward, like you want to share it and you want to sell it and you want to give it to the world and respect your work. And it's a weird space to be, and writing books has been like that. So luckily I've had some of that good wisdom to lean on. So that's where we're headed. Hope you enjoy the journey. Hope you'll come along with the journey like you did with me on the first book. And we'll keep working on it. I'm just rambling now. Might as well sign off. Thanks for joining me on this Meet the Solomons edition for the playlist. Talk to you soon.